Magic TV. Welcome in. We are at Animal Kingdom today. I know everybody in the world is at Disney filming everywhere, so welcome in. If you stop in, hit that like button, consider subscribing, and leave a comment. Thank you. Did it go?
It did.
Okay. Welcome in. Hit that thumbs up button. We're gonna stuff. But I hope you're having a good holiday weekend. Go ahead. And if you're working, unfortunately, I know some jobs you have to end up working. The lightning lane is not too lightning. It's all the way out to here.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safari. In order to keep your wait time to a minute, we ask that you keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. It is not necessary to form a single file line. If you are traveling with a stroller, please have children and valuables unloaded before you reach our stroller parking area. If you are traveling with someone in a scooter or wheelchair, please have this person lead your party to the line. This will help keep your wait time to a minimum. Once again, together, keep up with the party in front of you and fill in all.
Yeah, I know, I'm just showing you the trees, but here's what the line looks like. Even lightning lane and regular. Sorry, charging the phone. And it's making it wonky.
Not a coat, a jacket. Yeah. Unless there's another chase.
There we go. Hopefully it's a little bit better. Took you for a ride before you got the ride.
Not a jacket. It's a pig.
But it is a holiday weekend. It's busy. Everybody came to Disney. That's one of the reasons why I'm here. Holiday weekend. Plus the Guardians of the Galaxy, but I took a break from getting Epcot because all the parks are sold out as far as the reservation passes. I know my opinion for the reservation passes. It stinks as an annual pass holder. I know I'm not local, but it kind of stinks that you can't just have local friends come join you because they have to get a reservation that's non-existent. Hello, Julio. Welcome in. Tuesday afternoon, I'm leaving for Pennsylvania, Julio. But Tuesday. That's the thing, it's rapidly approaching. But we're in line for the safari.
Yeah, I saw that. back.
Go ahead and unload that stroller. We're gonna take it for you.
And as we say here in Hanapi, Karibuni, welcome aboard.
Been a pretty fun trip so far. Yeah, it's been a pretty good trip so far. It's quickly coming to an end, though. This is one of my full days, and tomorrow is one of my full days. I just didn't want to be showing the people.
Hi guys, may I have you hang on just a moment? You're good. Steve.
Okay.
Hang on just a moment.
But there's the loading dock.
We are starting off in the Little Ituri Forest. Now this forest is home to many shy, reclusive, rely on camouflage helper from predators. So sometimes they can be a bit tricky to find, but it looks like we're finding a whole bunch out and about right now. Right hand side, that's the okapi, and then we'll be coming up in between all of these bongos in a second here. Now the okapi, most people think it's related to a zebra.
Okay,
Makes
thank you.
sense, it does have
Down
stripes like
Marion.
one, but it's actually the only known relative of the giraffe. And we know that because they do have a very similar skull structure, and they both have a
in the
long
front.
prehensile tongue. Now, left-hand side, like I said, the bongos here, they are nicknamed the ghost of the forest because they are so rarely seen. They're going to be the heaviest out of all the forest antelope, weighing about 900 pounds full grown, and both male and female will have horns.
Hello, John. Welcome in.
Black rhinoceros out on our left-hand side here. Now there are less than 5,000 black rhino left in the world today, and that is due to poaching for their horns. Some cultures believe that they have medicinal values, but they're actually just made out of keratin, which is the same thing our fingernails are made out of, so it is really unfortunate that that's happening. Now, the black rhino is going to weigh around 3,000 pounds, and they can charge up to about 35 miles per hour. Now, these black rhino are not very solitary, well, not very social creatures. They're more on the solitary side. But it looks like those two are getting a nice little sniff, saying hello to one another. We are going to find the greater kudu on our right-hand side here. They're hanging out in between the bushes. They're going to be the second tallest out of all the antelope, reaching about 55 inches at the shoulder. Those kudu, you know, are female because they did not have any horns. Only the males will have horns when it comes to the kudu. Did you see one more animal out here? It's going to be that saddle-built stork on our left-hand side. It is crouched down right now. Those birds standing up straight and tall are reaching around 5 feet in height. And they do have about a 9-foot wingspan. It's about the width of the canopy that's above your heads right now. Alright, we are going to head on down to the Safi River next. And we'll be searching for some aquatic animals down here. So definitely want to keep our eyes out the water, and you can reference your animal spotting guide, see what our possible options are for what we might find. Plus the Nile hippopotamus hanging out in the back right cove over there. And friends, I do still need everybody fully seated. Gotta sit all the way down. Thank you. If we cannot see an animal, might see it in a couple of seconds, or just maybe not. It happens. But now those hippos, like in the water. Find some more hippos on your left-hand side here. They're going to weigh around 5,000 pounds. Just kidding.
Good morning, Mike and
85
Val.
pounds and up to 5,500 pounds full grown. Now, because of that, they are not the best of swimmers. Instead, they are going to sink down to the bottom of the riverbed. They walk along it to get from place to place, sometimes pushing themselves off the bottom to propel themselves forward. Now, despite them being so heavy that they're not the best at swimming, those hippos are actually quite fast on land. They're able to run about 40 miles per hour. Now, all of this weight and speed does make them one of the most dangerous animals you can find in Africa, but that's mostly just because they are extremely territorial, very protective of their homes. We'll find those Nile crocodiles out on our left-hand side here. They're going to reach around 14 to 18 feet in length, full grown, and they could live for more than 40 years old. Their jaws are so powerful, they're able to take down prey much larger than themselves, like zebra and wildebeest. But they're also delicate enough to hold their eggs in their mouths and roll them around a bit to help hatch the baby crocodiles. Now, we are going to be coming up on a change of scenery as we start to make our way out of the forest and into the savannah. So all those forest animals relied on camouflage to help protect themselves from predators. The animals in the savannah are going to rely on their speed and agility. And it looks like we've got a little bit of traffic going on out here. It's usually due to some animals out in the road blocking our path.
Yeah, it is really good.
Now, another reason why we're able to tell we're headed into the savannah is by the tree here on the right-hand side. This is a Bayabob tree. During dry season and drought, well, just kidding, this tree is going to go leafless for about 9 months out of the year in order to conserve water. They do get the nickname upside down tree because of the fact that those branches look more like roots. Now, that great big trunk of theirs will hold thousands of gallons of water inside of it, and that is very important to the savannah ecosystem. Now, the savannah is also very influenced by the animals that live here. So if we take a look out on our left-hand side at all those trees, you can see for the most part, all the leaves kind of start at the same height. You can make a nice line going right underneath them. Now that's because that's as high as a giraffe can reach. The giraffe are going to spend the majority of their day eating, and trust me, they would eat that entire tree if they could. So,
Yeah, the animals already went into
into
hiding.
The giraffe will prune the underside of trees,
Because there's
and remove
none
all the
right now.
grasses, and larger animals like elephants will knock trees down using them as scratching posts. And we will find a giraffe coming up on our right-hand side, hanging out in the trees here. As soon as we're
there
able
he is.
to move up,
Or she.
we'll get a good look at it.
No, that's left. Well, here's one way to remember. What letter is this?
Now, the giraffe, they are the tallest animals in the world. When they're first born, they're about 6 feet tall. They'll be reaching about 18 to 20 feet in height full grown. I did say that they spend the majority of their day eating. They are dedicated about 20 hours a day just for eating. And they only need about 30 minutes of sleep a day. Now, they won't even take that 30 minutes all at once, though. They're going to have short micro naps, as they're called, that are only a few minutes long at a time. And they will typically sleep standing up as a way to better protect themselves from predators. And speaking of predators, we're about to find some African wild dogs out on our left-hand side. They're laying down in the den over here. Now, they are different from hyena, but they're still one of the best predators out here. They have an 80% success rate when it comes to hunting, and that is higher than lions.
No, they're
That's
way
because
under
they're
the
gonna chase their prey
cave.
as a pack and hunt them down until they drop and tire from exhaustion.
Welcome in a
Some sable antelope right down the back
ATJ.
left. We're also going to find these Anchovy Cattle closer to us. And the Anchovy Cattle are also known as Watusi, after the tribe that found them and domesticated them. Those horns are going to reach around 4 to 5 feet in length from tip to tip, but they are almost completely hollow on the inside. So they do have a honeycomb-like structure inside of their horns, which will help with their blood flow and allow them to regulate their body temperatures. Now back to those giraffe, we can tell that these giraffe are Maasai giraffe because of their spots. They're kind of rough around the edges, look like little jigsaw puzzle pieces. And each giraffe will have their own unique pattern, just like how people have their own unique fingerprint. Now take a look at the giraffe there on our right hand side. Like I said, these giraffe, they're going to prune the underside of trees. They do that with their 18-inch long tongue. You can see that giraffe sticking its tongue all the way out to try and reach the tallest of trees out here. Like I said, that tongue is 18 inches long. They're going to stretch it all the way out. Let's see. There it is. They're going to stretch it all the way out, wrap it around a branch, and pull the leaves off straight into their mouths. They also have a thicker saliva, which will help coat the inside of their mouths and tongues, and will help protect themselves from any sharp branches and thorns they might encounter. Some Hartman's Mountain zebra out here. They do have smaller hooves than most zebra to help them for climbing up the mountains. And to answer the age-old question, we know that these zebra are black with white stripes, and that's because their noses are black. But there are some other zebra which will have more of a pink nose, and those ones will be white with black stripes. We're also going to find all of the wildebeest out here. They are extremely herd-oriented. About 1.5 million of them will migrate 1,000 miles over the savanna each year. And as it gets later out at night, they will herd closer together. They are a safety in numbers kind of group. Alright, looks like that is it for over here. We're going to continue on and start to make our way through all these fallen down, knocked down trees. That's a good sign. We're making our way towards some elephant territory. Alright, gonna find that African elephant out on our right hand side. We'll come around and get a little bit of a better view. Now so far, because I can only see a one, we can go ahead and assume it's probably a male. Male elephants, once they've reached maturity around 16 years old, they're gonna go off from the rest of the herd and be pretty solitary, sometimes forming smaller groups with other males called bachelor herds. Now, a full-grown male elephant can weigh between 10,000 and 13,000 pounds. We can see this one definitely not full-grown yet. They're going to eat about 300 to 500 pounds of food a day. We also see the elephant fanning its ears. Elephants have a lot of little blood vessels on the backside of those ears there. And the fanning is going to help create an airflow for them to be able to lower their body temperature about 15 degrees, which is pretty significant. Now, the African elephants, they are critically endangered, and that is due to a number of reasons, like poaching for their tusk or ivory. But they're also dealing with a lot of habitat loss right now due to the mining of coltan. Coltan is a mineral ore which is found in electronics, so a way that we're all able to help out the elephants is by recycling or donating any old cell phones, laptops, and tablets. And that'll really help reduce the need for mining in their homes. We're headed through the red clay pits here. If you take a look on either side of the truck, you're going to find some tusk marks in that red clay. Now, elephants are going to eat that red clay to get vitamins and minerals that they can't get in their everyday diet. Sort of like how we might take a multivitamin. It's kind of the same idea. It does look like there is a larger herd coming up on our left-hand side. Now the elephants, they do naturally live in a matriarch. So there's going to be the eldest female who's in charge of the group. And the females tend to be a bit more social than the males. So typically during the daytime, they're going to go off and visit other herds, kind of like hanging out with their friends. But at night, they'll always come back to their main family herd. And hopefully we'll be able to get a good view of this elephant. So it's throwing some mud on its back. There it is. Now the elephants, they do have very sensitive skins. They're going to use mud and dirt as a natural sunblock for them. It's going to help protect their skin from the sun, help keep them cool on hot days, and also help to keep bugs off of them. So really a lot of benefits from that mud. And we can see using that trunk there. Now the elephants have about 40,000 muscles in just their trunk alone. Can weigh up to about 300 pounds. They can lift about 600 pounds of weight with their trunk. Another reason why we're able to find so many elephant around here is because of all the other baobab trees in this area. During dry season and drought, animals with horns and tusks are able to make holes into the baobab tree to get all of that life-saving water out from inside of it. And because of that, the baobab tree will get its third name, which is the Tree of Life. And we are going to be headed around some greater flamingo here in just a second. And we have been very fortunate to recently have some flamingo
Thank you for
chicks
joining.
hatching. So I'll point them out to you if I see them. Oh yeah, I already see a few. They're going to be hanging out on the back edge of the island here. There's a few of them. They're small little itty bitty gray fluff balls. A couple of them bigger than the others. Some of them really still tiny. Now the greater flamingo are the lightest shade of pink, and the tallest of the flamingos going to reach around 4 feet in height. And as we can see, when they first hatch, they are completely gray in color. It's going to take a little over a year after they hatch until they start to get that pink coloration. That's going to come from all of the brine shrimp that they eat. It's high in beta carotene, and it's their legs that usually start to turn pink first before the rest of them. Alright, we're finding the white rhinoceros out here. They are larger than the black rhino we saw earlier, going to weigh around 5,000 pounds, and same thing, could charge up to 35 miles per hour. One of the main differences between the two, obviously, is not their color. They're both just kind of gray in color. It's actually the shape of their mouths. So the black rhino we saw earlier, they are browsers. They've got this triangular prehensile upper lip to kind of grasp at branches and bushes. Whereas these white rhinos, they are grazers. They've got that square, flat-shaped kind of cow mouth going on. Like you see them eating their hay. Now, the rhinos also have these little fuzzy hairs that surround their ears. That's going to help to amplify sound. They have really excellent hearing, really great sense of smell, but not so great of eyesight. We can only see about 10 feet ahead of them, which is why I think it's pretty fitting that a group of rhino is called a crash. You'll find this baby rhino laying down on our left-hand side there. There are currently 2 baby rhino on the reserve right now. One is 7 months old and the other one is 5 months old. Ooh, we're gonna find the cheetah climbing up the rock.
Well, we're on safari here at Kilimanjaro Safari at the Animal Kingdom Park. They do have a train here that takes you to Rafiki's Planet Watch. This is where the lions.
Kobe's a large rock,
but I don't see any.
Usually able to find some animals around here, using it as a great vantage point over the savannah. So we'll see if we are able. To walk out on our right hand side. It's going to be this small brown antelope laying down on our right here. You also find the other baby rhino. Looks like that one is probably the 5-month-old one. That's a bit small. Another bontebok laying down there. They have one of the most amazing conservation stories out here. At one point in time, there was only 17 of them left in the world. That was due mostly to hunting for their coats, and it was a farmer out in Africa that noticed how little there were out there. So he took the remaining herd in and helped repopulate them and saved them from extinction. We really do like that story. It does just go to show that all it really takes is one person to make a difference in the world. Okay. Do you see some ostrich eggs out ahead here? I haven't seen any ostrich yet though. Again, we'll get another nice close view of these rhino. Now these are the southern white rhino. You may be more familiar with the northern white rhino. There are currently only 2 of them left in the world. So we've been very fortunate helping out these southern white rhino and all of the rhino births that we have had on the reserve. About 3 born within the last year and a half. Really amazing news for the species survival plan of those white rhinoceros. It's something which Disney has fought very hard to maintain. Now, not too long ago, those white rhinos were completely extinct in Uganda, and Disney actually had the opportunity to send 2 rhino that were here on the reserve over to Uganda. And thankfully, one of them gave birth, and that was the
I'm
first
guessing
white
the
rhino
lions
to be
were
born in
out,
Uganda
worn out
over
today.
30 years.
This
So
is
they are
the
doing
end.
really amazing work here.
Morning, Mike P. Thank you for joining.
Like I said, that species survival plan is imperative.
Yeah,
to
no
many
lions
species.
today. Maybe later.
We're at the Warden's Post now. It lies at the edge of the reserve. Out here, we're going to find some Nigerian dwarf goats. Goats like these, they are very important in Africa. They produce very sweet milk, which is high in value. Villagers are then able to go ahead and sell the milk for a profit, and it'll help them rely less on the nearby wildlife. Also, as you can see, the goats, they are quite small. They don't take up a lot of space. They're very easy to manage. Another benefit for the villagers. And overall, those goats are just really important for helping humans and wildlife to live nearby each other in harmony. Now folks, this does bring us to the end of our safari tour today, and we are going to make our way back to the village. If there's one thing that I hope y'all are able to take away from this journey, just know there actually is so much you're able to do. Riding the Simba 1, that is Simba like the lion, and the number 1. And
Welcome in,
go
Donna
ahead, double
A.
check your rows, make sure
Ballin.
you gather all of your personal belongings.
Nice to see you.
To find any trek. Now folks, here in Harambe, we do like to say goodbye, so instead of saying Baharini, go well. So Baharini, everyone, hope you'll have a great rest of your day here at Animal Kingdom, and thank you all so much for joining us at Kilimanjaro Safaris. Please watch your hands on your feet and legs on the right. Those doors are sliding open. Watch your step as you exit, and once again, have a great day.
Same with the satchel.
Well, that was a Kilimanjaro Safari. If you want to see the gorillas, they're back there. I just have a certain time frame for different things, so I'll catch those at another time.
I did not hear it.
Pretty busy day here at the Animal Kingdom. We'll walk this way. Excuse me. Well, I do welcome you in. I'm Amy of AJC Magic TV. We are at Disney's Animal Kingdom. We just rode the Kilimanjaro Safari. I was already on like Navi River Journey. That's usually hard to stream. Plus, I know like tons of copyrights anyway with the music and stuff. But that's easier to take care of than messing up a ride with different music. This is the Harambe Market. You can get counter service food back here. One of the things I like to try and do sometime, I gotta come longer though, is try that wild African trek where you can, you kind of get harnessed in and hooked to walk through the back side of the safari and stuff and go on tour. But that's where, like Harambe, you can go that way to Tusker House, Lion King show. I've done that a few times. I want to get over to Expedition Everest. And there's the backside of the Tree of Life. They have like neat trails that you can walk through on the backside of the Tree of Life there.
That's the only reason we go in.
There's a nice backside view.
There's animal carvings.
Here's where you can see the wonders of flight. They call it feather friends in flight now. Bird show. So this park's a various of some shows and rides. And the 10:30 show is getting ready to start. Good morning, Sebastian, the crab, Jeanette, and family. This is where I believe, like, that's the theater there for the flight, birds in flight. Good morning, Paul Engel. I believe the Yak and Yeti restaurant's right here. They must be getting ready to open because got a ton of people waiting to go inside. But the Yak and Yeti, heard some good things about it. And they have a good quick service right there. I'm gonna go on over to Expedition Everest because I'm gonna catch that.
Up here.
In a boat.
That's the only thing. It's pretty hot out here. The sun's beating down already, so I'm sure all the animals are now inside trying to cool off.
The Mickey bucket. Boy, that's a cute bucket.
But usually they have monkeys climbing all around here, but I don't see any. Too hot for them with the sun beating down.
Let's go see what the line is at Everest. But I've seen what she looks before.
They're just floating on by. This was where the former Kite Tails was. I didn't mind that show. It was kind of a little entertaining. and cute. I mean, yeah, it was kind of cheesy and stuff, and that's probably why. But it was kind of like a little breaker, especially if you see it like later in the day to kind of sit down and relax over in the stadium there.
And then get in the front row. Well, no, she was still Everest. So she never.
Oh, they are going to have kite tails. Let's see if we can find a spot to catch it.
Oh, wait, that's the line?
Hang on.
Just got sniped by someone. I know it's not the best view, but it's really good. I was trying to stand in the shade, but somebody cut me off and stole the spot. Hello, Dave. Welcome in.
Thank you for joining us for Disney's Kite Tales. Keep your eye on the skies for more kite tail scenes taking flight throughout the day.
That was a shorter version of the kite tails. Usually, I know when I seen it earlier on when it came out, they had a Jungle Book one, and and the Lion King one. So that was part of the Lion King show. I'm going to see if they have a single rider line. And if not, then I will move on. So we'll go over here, see if a single rider line's open or Expedition Everest. That's the one thing. Animal Kingdom is like the hottest park besides Epcot when you're out in World Showcase. Let's just walk into the gift shop real quick. Get some shade. But this is the Expedition Everest gift shop. I'm just coming in to get a little air before I get in line. But they have all kinds of Yeti toys and stuff. And this is where you would exit for Expedition Everest. I got some cute t-shirts and stuff. But the single rider line is open, so we'll go check it out. Excuse me. Thank you. Sometimes it gets you on faster, sometimes just depends on how long it is. Because nowadays, families just go ahead and go on there because their kids are old enough to ride themselves. Welcome in Timothy Rainwaters, Rachel, Donna, Francisco, Go ahead. Sorry. There's some of the Expedition Everest equipment in their queue. Not too many 3 groups or 5 groups there. Not moving as fast as I've been before, but I'm not worried. Since this was down the last time I was here, I wanted to catch it. I do welcome you in, though, and I do thank you for joining, because I know there's a lot of other people out there you can be watching or doing other things, so thank you very much on this Sunday morning. Hello, Life with Marlene. Thank you for joining. Just putting my hat and glasses in. Hello, Carl Affable. Thank you very much, Carl. That was not necessary, but I do appreciate it. Thank you for that super chat, Carl, and welcome in. As much appreciated, super chats are not. They're not required, but they are appreciated. That's help out the channel and everything. Sorry, it's hard to see the screen, but the sun is on the screen. But I do appreciate that, Carl. I do thank you. You're very generous. And I know you're on the West Coast. Hopefully, I'll meet you someday on the West Coast, or who knows, maybe if you're down here and I'm down here, we'll meet. Look, there goes the line. I do welcome everyone in. It is hard for me to see the chat at the moment. The sun is right on top of the screen. I'll pull up my other phone and so I can read the chat. And thank you very much, Carl. That is much appreciated. Never required, but always appreciated. And welcome in, everyone. I'm sorry if I missed you in the chat. Hello, Dave. Yeah. When Garrett said he was over at Disneyland, I was like, I never thought of that. And I'm like, well, I'm going to the wrong one. Hopefully one of these days I'll get over that way. Yeah, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna hold on to you here when we get on the ride. Just keep you close to me. Yeah, I'm a little bit hashtag team replay for Monarch Moments last night. I was trying so hard to stay up to watch the Phantasmic and everything. Congratulations to Courtney on her graduation. It is the season.
You might get out of it with just maybe 10. I mean, assuming you're going to work that Friday. If not, then you just take the whole as am I.
Hello, Expedition Tech. I think I've probably only been in the full queue maybe twice out of all the years this has been open. Because I usually just do single rider, or we had used fast passes in the past.
When we were walking in the Anchovy Cattle.
Be interesting though with the Guardians of the Galaxy if they'll try and do a single rider line. Because I know I was a single rider and I was a group of 3. yesterday, and I went in with where the group of 3 was because they fill up the cars. We'll go over here that way. We're not staring at the people. That's pretty awesome, Timothy. They're waiting for the front.
Come on, come on. Come on.
This is so we can.
Do you want to be in the front? You want to be in here? Okay, then this is the line.
This is if you want to ride in the front there. Okay, Karki, thank you for joining. Hello, ENB. Welcome in. Getting ready to go on Expedition Everest. Probably after this, I'll walk back towards the front of the park. And that's where I'll probably end the stream. We did the safari. I was on Navi River Journey earlier, but it's not recorded. I filmed it, though. Walked through Harambe, and then we're on Expedition Everest. I just have a kind of a time frame because I'm eating friends for lunch. And I just want to finish up a few things. So after this, I'll probably end up going towards the front and ending the stream. And congratulations, Timothy, on Courtney. Congratulations, Courtney.